Hi everyone, this is your favorite robot, coming to you live from my workshop, deep beneath the ground in my super secret underground lair. So let's dig through our files and see what we're going to report on today. So as many of my viewers may know, recently I was given the boot by YouTube because Daniel Lee and his band of snitches, his Synagogue of Snitches, decided to go and cry to YouTube because, you know, I was showing who he really was, and he didn't like it. So rather than address it, he just figured he'd sweep me under the rug and throw me away, and bye-bye, no more problem. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. So I'm back and making videos, and I'm glad to be back with all my viewers. And you know, I find it very funny that a man like Daniel, supposed to be a constitutionalist, you know, pro-Q and all that, I find it funny that he wishes to stifle the freedom of speech amendment, you know? He wants to stifle that. He's all about it as long as it's serving his purpose. Kind of like the Bible, you know, he's all about the Bible as long as it's serving his purpose and shaming and guilting people into doing what he wants them to do. But the minute that it comes back on him, oh, he's got a problem with it then. Yeah, he's got a problem with it then. And in this video, I'm going to go in a little more depth. I found some information on narcissism, and I kind of knew about it, you know, a little bit, but I've found some more information, and we're going to break it down a little more, and I'm going to show you kind of what I've learned about it. So let's take a look at some of that information. All right, so while I was doing some research on narcissists, I found this, and it's actually a page that's trying to sell a book. So, you know, I'm not really interested in promoting this book for this person, but what I am interested in is the pitch that was on here. It has a list. And when I was reading the list, I was like, wow, this describes our crazy preacher man perfectly. And the ones that I checked off the list, you're going to recognize them too, but there's some that haven't been checked off yet that are pretty creepy. So I thought it was interesting, and I'd share it with you guys. So let's read it and check it out. It says, if you're on this page, I know it's because you suspect or know you have a narcissist in your life, and you'd like things to get better with your situation. So if you answer yes to at least one of the following questions, I'm sorry, it says see if you answer yes to one of the following questions. Are you tired of being frustrated by their endless lying and manipulation? Yes. Does it ever drive you nuts that this person seems oblivious to the pain they cause other people? In other words, they have lack of empathy. Yes. Do they have a vicious temper and might jump into a rage anytime you don't do something the exact way they want it done? Or worse yet, you give them evidence they're wrong and they freak out? Yes. We might not make it through this list with any no's. I'm not sure. Maybe one or two. Do you ever hold back or walk on eggshells to avoid their verbal attacks, insults, and put-downs? Yes, master. If they don't like something you said, often a valid criticism, do they ever play mind games and turn things around on you and have you kicked off YouTube? Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's not on there. Yes. Does it bug you? They almost never take responsibility for themselves and instead blame other people for just about everything. Yes. Do you ever wish they'd finally come to their senses and start behaving like a normal, decent human being? Yes. If you answered yes to at least one of the above questions, you're in the right place. I think we're in the right place. Dealing with a self-centered narcissist can make even the best of us a little lonely, anxious, or even depressed. It's true. It can be like a living nightmare trying to handle a narcissist, whether it's your spouse, partner, family member, or someone else that you watch on YouTube and support with financial donations. And few of us know who we are dealing with until we've already suffered far too long. Why? Because no one ever taught us how to identify and contain these toxic people in the first place. It's a good little picture there. It's like he's saying, oh, it's your fault. Everything's your fault. She's saying, I didn't even do anything. The first and most important thing to understand is that many of these folks show traits of what psychologists call a personality disorder. And you want to know something sort of shocking? Studies show up to 10% of people have personality disorders, and narcissism is the most common one. So you're not alone in dealing with one of these super difficult, controlling people. The good news is there's a way to learn how to successfully handle them, heal yourself, and get your life back. Excuse me. And I'm assuming that's the pitch for the book. Okay, but before we get to that, you've known for a while something was wrong with them. You just couldn't put your finger on it. To people on the outside, the narcissist may appear charming, witty, confident, highly religious. That's not on there, but it should be. But did you know deep down inside they're actually extremely insecure? Nice little picture there. The reality is they have a huge hole in their self-esteem revealed in a 2014 study. That's why they consistently seek to fill up with attention and validation from other people. Oh, I'm sorry. They try to fill up the hole with attention and validation. And that's also why if you point out even a minor personality flaw to them, for example, a little mistake they've made, they erupt like Mount... I'm not sure how you pronounce that word. It's also like a volcano. They erupt like a volcano. How about that? It's also why they say things to get you to feel weak, powerless, or even stupid. All those put downs are designed to make them feel better about themselves. Pretty sick, right? They are so sensitive from their deep lack of self-esteem, they'll do almost anything to protect their facade of confidence and perfection. Truly confident people don't need to brag and boast and be the center of attention. They just quietly go through life creating success for themselves. Makes sense, right? But that's not who the narcissist is. Here's how narcissists try to crush the souls of those around them and what to do about it. Unfortunately, narcissists are often emotional vampires sucking the life out of everyone they touch. For example, does it ever humiliate or embarrass you when they concede or verbally abuse you in front of other people? Do you ever find it crazy making when they behave horribly to you and then act like nothing happened? This is a form of psychological torture, by the way. That's the mental abuse that I talked about in my video just prior to getting the boot from YouTube. Have they blamed you for so much and played so many mind games, perhaps even gaslighting, that sometimes you doubt yourself or wonder if you are a part of the problem? Or do you ever feel intimidated or helpless to stand up for yourself because you know it'll just make things 10 times worse? The fact is, narcissists and other toxic people can make life hell for the folks in relationships with them. And while we all wish they would see the errors in their ways and go get help to stop being such a jerk, odds are very low that that'll happen. In fact, even with therapy, narcissism is a tough one to fix. It's sometimes possible, as several studies have shown, but tough. So in closing, it's pretty obvious that Daniel John Lee is a narcissist with a mental disorder. Or he has a mental disorder, and that being narcissism. So if anyone who watches this was ever close to him and maybe wondered, what did I do something wrong, or is there something wrong with me? The answer is no. There's nothing wrong with you. You just were dealing with a mentally ill person. That's what was going on. And also, without getting into the specific names or anything, I seen some correspondence between some of his trolls and another person that I'm in contact with, and I seen where the trolls go and scan his comment section, and they bring it to his attention, and they all conspire and get together and try to strike channels down, and very nefarious activities going on behind the scenes with this guy. Just an FYI for everybody out there trying to make content to warn folks about this guy. I hope that helps. Just a little insight there. But the robot's back. I'm here. I'm charged up, ready to go, ready to make some more entertaining content and hopefully some helpful content for everybody out there who's trying to get the word out about this dangerous person. So until next video, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless each and every one of you. This is the Patriotic Robot, out.
Hello and welcome to the Mental Health Hotline. If you are obsessive compulsive, press 1 repeatedly. If you are codependent, ask someone to press 2 for you. If you have multiple personalities, press 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you are paranoid, we know what you are and what you want. Stay on the line and we'll trace your call. If you're delusional, press 7 and your call will be transferred.
Woo! I've done it, brother. I've done it. I've screamed at God at the top of my lungs because that's how much I believe in Him. Amen. That's how personal I feel like my relationship is. If I can't be myself with the Father, then I'm going to stop preaching this gospel.